Ruben Amorim's future at Man United is still far from secure despite receiving the public backing of the hierarchy at Old Trafford. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has decided to support Amorim and recently revealed he would be prepared to give him as long as 3 years to turn their recent results around. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta was cited as an example of patience paying off, and while calls for his head are likely to continue, they will fall of deaf ears with the board. Meanwhile, Man United beat Sunderland 2-0 at Old Trafford in a game that was billed as a must-win to ease the pressure on the manager's position. However, large sections of the fanbase are still unhappy with what they have seen after another turbulent start to the season following last year's 15th-placed finish. Football Insider revealed on 10th of October that Man United could be forced to sack Amorim despite the part owner's public backing if their on-field issues continue. The Red Devils have lost as many league games as they have won so far this season, while they were also eliminated from the Carabao Cup by Grimsby. As I revealed on the latest edition of Football Insider's Inside Track podcast, further defeats following the international break could kickstart a new crisis at Old Trafford. Speaking on the Inside Track podcast, I explained, "Look, it's a results-driven business, and if you're not getting results, it obviously piles the pressure on Amorim. If results don't improve, performances don't improve and Man United find themselves well done in the table, it's going to increase pressure on them and they might be forced into making a change." It's a very huge public backing and support that Ratcliffe has given to Amorim, saying he wants to give him 3 years to prove himself at Manchester United. Obviously, he got a much-needed win against Sunderland last time out as well, but he's just one defeat away from another crisis at Old Trafford. That's the situation Amorim finds himself in at the moment. He's come in for a lot of criticism, but he's not going to make changes to the way he operates. But it's going to be hard to ignore the constant calls for his head, especially if they keep losing games, because that's when those calls just get louder. Football Insider revealed on 3rd of October that Amorim is unlikely to leave Man United despite suggestions he could quit rather than be sacked. Ex-Man United stars continue to slam Amorim. Concerns about Amorim's leadership of the team have continued in recent weeks, beyond just the results on the pitch, with new issues raised behind the scenes. Former United chief scout Mick Brown told Football Insider that Amorim's negative attitude is affecting his players after his constant post-match complaints. Meanwhile, Gary Neville has insisted Amorim is not off the hook, telling him he must take responsibility and stop making excuses for their poor displays. Former Man United forward Michael Owen has insisted that Amorim is a problem, placing the blame at the boss's feet despite criticism of his formation and system. Amorim has been steadfast in his desire to play in a certain style, and while that system hasn't worked, there is evidence elsewhere of those plans paying off, raising questions about the boss.